Hello, Rise Builders. So, let's talk about dreams. Let's talk about dreams. Some dreams are not intended just to stay locked up in your journal or just whispered in the air or shared with one person or another. Some dreams are intended just to blossom and come true. I don't know about you, but I know some of my dreams just went down the drain because of fear, lack of studying the concept, just not feeling confident. And I just let that dream get dismissed. What about you? What about you? Can you think back to when you used to really dream? And I mean dream big. I'm not talking about these little small smidget dreams. I mean, you were talking about becoming an engineer, a nurse, running for governor, getting into politics, maybe becoming a minister. I don't know, but you've had many, many dreams. A business owner. You saw yourself owning your own hotel line. But for some reason or another, you allowed those dreams just to go down the drain. And the only thing that should be going down the drain is Drano, water, things you no longer need. We need our dreams. We need our dreams. That's what makes us. That's what pushes us to the next level. So during this session, yeah, I call it a session because sometimes we need therapy. I know I do. We're just going to talk a little bit more in details about these dreams. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about these dreams. One of the things is we have to understand that God is the person who plants the seed in us. He plants the seed in us, but it's up to us to run with that concept, whatever He gave us, and water it. We just can't think God is going to do everything. What's the scripture? Faith without works is dead. It really is. We got to put something behind that dream. We got to start showing up. We got to get off of pause. We got to get off of pause and hit play. We really do. We do. A lot of times, we can look at TV or the movies or be driving and see something on a billboard and it will really catch your attention. And you're like, oh, that person is really doing well. Oh, how are they doing that? They didn't sit on their dreams. They did not sit on their dreams. He or she found a way to make it happen. So can you, so can I. It's important that we move forward with our dreams. Are you doing the work daily or just occasionally? Are you tapping in every day? Every day. You got this concept that you want to be a YouTube content creator. Are you tapping in every day? Are you doing the work? I'm not saying you need to post every day, but are you doing something toward that to make your YouTube channel become a dream? Let it become a reality. The dream is there, but what are you doing to make it become a reality? What am I doing to make my children's book journey become a reality? You guys, I say this all the time in some of my past videos. I didn't know anything about becoming a children's book author. Nothing. But I attended a class. I took that first step. I attended a class to give me some training information, and I just took it from there. Is it flawless? Absolutely not. There are still things I don't know what I'm doing, but it all started with the first step. And now I have 7 books published and one on the way. And I am still learning. I'm still learning I need to go to a marketing class. I'm not ashamed to say that. There are still skills we all need in order for us to transform into who we need to be. We can't stop learning. We got to continue to learn and grow. Learn and grow. Let's Are you praying and prepare at the same time? Are you praying and prepare at the same time? Some of us, all we want to do is pray, 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 pray. Prayer is good. I am a firm believer in prayer. But what are you planning? Are you planning? Have you written your plan out on paper? What is it going to take for you to open your restaurant? How do you go about getting that started? What is it going to take for you, to become a nurse, a lawyer? That takes studying. That takes discipline. That takes leaving other people behind so you can focus on your dream becoming a reality. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to D. I was talking the other day about, feeling unmotivated. And I had to really pray about that thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start getting up a little bit more earlier. I'm already an early bird. But where am I putting my time at? What am I doing? Am I strolling? Yes, I have been strolling. I'm just going to be honest. I have been strolling, not on social media. Well, sometimes on that. But the majority of my time, I was strolling, doing a lot of research on something I was thinking about purchasing. Girl, just buy it. If you're going to get it, get it. You don't need to be consuming yourself 24/7, 7 days a week. Stop that. That is madness. That is time I could be utilizing in my business, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next, spending time with God. I'm just using my time, just blowing it. Guys, we are going to wake up and we are going to see that time has moved and we have not done anything. You don't want to be like that. You do not want to be like that. I got a question for you. Do you believe you're worthy of living the dream you're carrying? Do you believe you are worthy of living the dream you are carrying? Some of you guys are saying that I know I should be living on another level. I know I should be. And this is not just about money. It's not. But y'all, let's be honest. We need money in order to live. We got to have money in order to do what? Trade it for supplies. We do. We need money. So why not operate in that dream that God has given you and ask Him, how can I be creative, God, so I can push myself to the next level and live out the life that you have given me? And as you live out your life, it's not just about you. I know for me, I love giving. I enjoy giving to others. I want to live in such a way that I am in abundance that I can bless other people. I really want to do that. And I do that now, but I am ready to take it to another level. I serve a God who can do anything. Who can do anything. But I got to put in the work. Me, D. I got to put in the work. I got to put in the work. So let's talk about this. Write your dreams out again. Dream again. Dream again. But this time do it differently. Put it on paper. Put your dreams down on paper, and say to yourself, I am a homeowner. If that's what you're dreaming, write it down. I am a homeowner. How much are you going to save to go towards your down payment? Where do you want to live? How many bedrooms do you want? How many bathrooms? What's your square footage? How much acres of land? You want to be a restaurant owner. I don't know why I keep talking about restaurant owners. I don't desire to have a restaurant, but maybe you do. Maybe you do, and this is speaking to you. Where do you want your location to be? Do you want more than one location? What do you want your network to be with your restaurants? How is it going to look? What kind of material do you want on the inside? What kind of supplies are you going to need? How are you going to staff it up? How many staff members do you need? How are you going to do your payroll? These are the things you got to start thinking about. You got to start manifesting that dream. It's got to come into the light. It's got to come into the light. Yeah. Shine some light on it. Take time to write your dreams out. Ask God to align your steps. That's one of the most important ones right there. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added. Seek God. He has the answers. I don't have the answers. He's just using me as a vessel to push you to the next level, to push myself to the next level. So, I daily say, God, use me. And I am praying and believing that this is reaching someone. If it just reaches one person and you take it to the next level, my job has been done. My assignment is done. And I'm excited. I am excited for you guys. It's important. Create your plans. Create your plans. Look it over. Modify it when you need to. I was thinking the other day about my other channel. I started another channel just for my children's books. And then I have this channel for my inspirations. And I was like, well, you know what? I might need to pivot my other channel because I like talking about other things. And then I'm like, well, maybe I want to just put everything on this one channel where I can talk about my children's book. I can talk about inspiration. I can talk about careers. I can talk about life changes, ups and downs. So I want to work smarter, not harder. How can I do that? Because I've been talking about, pushing back, not doing so much. And I can only do that if I strategically plan. Right. Yeah, strategically plan. So I got a few questions for you. I want to ask you, what's one dream you believe is meant to come true for you? What's one dream you believe that is meant to come true for you? For me, it was my children's books. And that one has come true. Yeah, I'm an author now. I can say I am an author. But I don't care how many books I write. If people don't know my books are available, it's not going to bring in the revenue I'm looking for. That's what I'm trying to say. So I got to get a marketing strategy. I got to tighten that vessel up. I got to tighten that thing up. So there's still some work for me to do. And it's okay. It's okay. Show yourself some grace. What's one thing you're doing right now to prepare for it? I've already told you what I'm doing in preparation, with regards to that. What do you need to stop doing that's been sabotaging your progress? What is the one thing you need to do? You need to stop doing that is sabotaging your progress. Sometimes we can sabotage ourselves. Perfect example, we can do so well, with trying to watch our weight, maintain our weight, or lose pounds, or whatever it is you're trying to do. And then what we do, we go and we sabotage. Even with a career development, you work so hard, and you're like, I'm going to apply for this job. And then you talk yourself out of it. Sabotage. You want to meet your person, and you're putting yourself out there. And then all of a sudden, when someone contacts you for a date, you do what? You don't respond. You ghost that person. Sabotage. We just got to get it back in gear, get back in the game, get back in the game of life, get back in revisiting our dreams. Dreams just don't come true because we want them to. They come true because we have prepared for them. We work toward them, and we refuse to quit. You may get a little tired. I've talked about being unmotivated, But guess what? We're going to dust ourselves off, and we are going to start anew. start anew. God is not just a dream giver. He really is not. He is not just a dream giver. God is a dream fulfiller. He's a dream fulfiller. All right, guys. Hopefully something I said resonated with you and you're going to take the next step. Until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord.